A very warm welcome to all our viewers watching UNN News. I'm Daipra Karsti. Here are the news headlines. Headlines are presented to you by Vivo Smartphone and Liftsurf Liver Tonic. And now the news in details. A change has ushered in Meghalaya, where the state, for the first time after a long time, celebrated Independence Day without fear and restrictions. After a gap of almost 20 years. Apart from the main celebration held at Polo Grounds, government officers, including the High Court of Meghalaya, too unfurled the national tricolour. Chief Minister Mukul Sangma unfurled the national flag at Polo Grounds. Speaking at the gathering, he said that the land agreement between India and Bangladesh would give a boost to trade, commerce and tourism between the two countries.
These have also affected the economic and diplomatic relations between the two countries. The settlement reached through the protocol should go a long way in improving the law and order climate along the border. The bilateral relations should also improve, and this in turn would give a fillip to trade, commerce and tourism between the two countries. All this should bring economic benefits to the people residing in the border areas as well as to the state as a whole. In the process, Meghalaya stands to gain 240.578 acres of land, and Bangladesh would get to retain about 41.702 acres. And it is my earnest hope that what was once a boundary of discord will now turn into an area of vibrant trade and commerce to build a bond of friendship. Keeping in line with the hope and aspirations of the people and to fulfill the promises made to the people, the government has embarked upon a number of initiatives to address the concerns regarding the long-pending contentious issues of illegal immigration and influx. Effective engagements and dialogue with all stakeholders, including the NGOs, have enabled the state government to put on a comprehensive mechanism acceptable to all concerned to deal with this issue. Directions have been issued to district administration to proceed with necessary land acquisition process for establishment of the facilitation centers along the entry and exit points in the interstate borders. Due diligence for other necessary legislative measures to deal with this issue has been completed, and a task force headed by the Additional Chief Secretary Political has been constituted to ensure monitoring of the implementation of all these measures on timeline basis.
The Chief Minister also observed that this initiative will further bring economic benefits to the border populace of both the countries. As part of the celebration, a concert was organized at Kendailat. Movie theaters offered free shows and entry to the tourist spots were made free of cost. Stalls were erected in and around Kindailat area, giving an opportunity to the public to enjoy an array of mouth-watering food items. People participated in large numbers with their families and friends.
Thank you, students of
Bangladesh and India have sealed the historic land pact to swap territories, which will finally allow tens of thousands of people living in border enclaves to choose their nationality after decades of statelessness. Despite opposition to this pact from several quarters, including some pressure groups of Meghalaya, the state emerges to be one of the beneficiaries of this deal. The state would lose around 41.2 acres of land, which is a tea garden in West Khasi Hills district. The state is getting huge chunk of land in East Khasi Hills district as well. The land which will be under Meghalaya include Perdiwa, Linkhat 1, Linkhat 2 and Linkhat 3, Dauki Tamabil, Naljuri 1 and Naljuri 2. According to Singh, the survey work of these areas have been completed and all documents have also been exchanged for the land swap.
In the East Khasi Hill, Piradua, Dauki and those areas, it is a big chunk of land which is already in our possession. Then only about 40 acres of land which is in the West Khasi Hill. I'll have to check West Khasi Hill, I believe. There, you know that it is a T-bug, it is already in their possession. That will go hopefully to them. A survey, as per report I got yesterday in the meeting, that documents have been exchanged at the survey Department of Survey level, and they are just in the process of getting it going.
How many?
कितना updaters there are?
300 something का तो सिर्फ पिरदुआ का है सर.
It is something. Pirdua, then next is
around 400, sir, more than 400.
So it is it is about 8 to 10 times.
Time for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news, so stay tuned. Ngam sngut ngan renga.
Bang sukpo. Yele ya bam shu shabar. Ngale kum no ya piese.
Kong balay pin khuslai. Di dekane ka lipse. Kadan chpotli ki dawai kin bat. Kanyarap ki khanna nakum kini ki jingliat lea.
Kanong ida kalong yeng jonga. Kalif safe.
Join Indian Army. Online registration compulsory for enrollment into Indian Army. Registration and filling up of application can be done simultaneously. Log on to www.joinindianarmy.nic.in.
Pernai ki tiar clean ki jongpi.
Menengkam nak saban SD number 1 supreme. Kani ke saban SD am tang ke pelik song ki janung fi.
Henry kapan pernai ru ki tiar clean jongpi.
अगर आपको चाहिए रियायती और किफ़ायती कीमतों पर बेहतरीन साड़ियाँ और कपड़े, तो एक जगह है जहां हर तरह के साड़ियाँ और सलवार रेडीमेड मिलेगी आपको रियायती और किफ़ायती कीमतों पर, साथ ही खिलौने और दूसरे गिफ्ट आइटम भी। तो आप आज ही जाइए बॉम्बे साड़ी सेल पुलिस बाजार में।
Welcome back, viewers. Here are the remaining news. Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Cultural Center organized the 62nd convocation for its computer trainees on the 12th of August. The chief guest of the August occasion was the state's Chief Minister Mukul Sangma. In his convocation address to the eager students of the institute, he encouraged them to be ambitious and connect themselves to their aspirations. He informed the audience that the government is striving to make Shillong a destination for various opportunities and to provide employment to the youth of the state. Hence, the state will set up an international center for performing arts, which is currently under construction, and it will be situated at New Shillong Township. He also urged the students to join hands with the Chief Minister's program Clean and Green campaign as green ambassadors to make Shillong a clean city. The Ramakrishna Mission, in a memorandum submitted to the Chief Minister, has called upon the Minister to recognize a place at Labanbati Bazaar as heritage site. The Ramakrishna Mission, in a memorandum submitted to the Chief Minister, has called upon the Minister to recognize a place at Labanbati Bazaar as heritage site. It is a place where Swami Vivekananda stayed for about 3 weeks. Time for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news, so stay tuned. This program is brought to you by Vivo Smartphone.
Vivo X5 Max.
Believe him nget y gajing ong jonga. Ngating y kan gajing o jong pi paman lagas ngi yo kan kta yu liver jong pi. Shim di daga ni kan live safe kan yarap y gajing pang jong pi. Kanong ida kalong yeng jonga ka live safe.
Delicious, mouth-watering, yummy flavors of ice cream brought to you by Thanko's Natural Ice Cream. Gorge on nutritious ice creams like Alfonso Mango, Choco Chips, Sitafal, strawberries, and many more flavors. Sugar-free ice cream is available as well. To visit Thanko's Natural Ice Cream opposite Shani Mandir, GS Road, Shillong. For franchise, please contact Nirmal Jain 94367 30283 986387 1149.
अगर आपको सस्ता और लज्जतदार खाना हो कुछ खास तो सिटी होटल है आपके साथ। जी हाँ, सस्ते और स्वादिष्ट भोजन के लिए आपका स्वागत करता है सिटी होटल, जहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा सस्ते कीमतों पर हर प्रकार का शाकाहारी खाना। शाकाहारी खाने का एकमात्र उचित स्थान सिटी होटल, ऑपोजिट बीजू सिनेमा हॉल, पुलिस बाजार।
Welcome back, viewers. Here are the remaining news. Police were alerted on the 12th of August when an unclaimed baggage found lying near bus stop, civil hospital, triggering a bomb scare among residents. Taxi owners were also asked to vacate their stands. The scare later turned out to be a hoax.
এবারে নাটকটার বিষয় হচ্ছে যে এখনকার যুগে যেটা আমরা দেখি যে ছেলেমেয়েরা বাইরে পড়তে চলে যায় বা ক্যারিয়ার তৈরি করতে যায়, তখন যে বাবা মার যে এই যে বার্ধক্যের সময় যে একটা অবস্থা হয়, যখন ছেলেমেয়েরা বাইরে, যখন সাপোর্টটা দরকার, তখন সেই সাপোর্টটা তারা পায় না। তো সেই সাপোর্টটার জন্য তাদের যে একটা হাহাকার থাকে, এখানে সাপোর্ট যেটা দরকার সেই সাপোর্টটা নেই। এটা করতে গেলে, আমরা যদি এটার উন্নতি চাই, তাহলে আমাদের কি করতে হবে? সেটাই আমরা দর্শকদের কাছে তুলে ধরতে চাই।
Shraboni Shillong will present a drama titled Pire Eso Prem, Where Love Has Gone at Ususutham Auditorium Shillong on the 16th of August. It is a play which portrays today's generation where youth settle abroad and do not feel it necessary to go back home, whereas the parents are longing for them to come back.
রেগুলার নাটক হোক, নাটকের চর্চা হলে ভালো। হ্যাঁ, কারণ আমরা দেখি আমাদের শিলংয়ে অন্য কোনো কিছু নেই যেটা নিয়ে আমরা সময় কাটাবো। আফটার অফিস, আফটার ব্যবসা কিছুই থাকে না এখানে।
Time for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news, so stay tuned. I'm not hungry.
My stomach is paining.
Go and eat some more junk food. What shall I do with you?
Why are you worried? Here, take this Live Safe. Its 10 herbal ingredients will relieve your kids from such problems.
For my family's health, I use Live Safe kits.
शुद्ध शाकाहारी खाने का एक मात्र स्थान मोनामी भोजनालय। जी हाँ, यहाँ आपको मिलेगा आपका मनपसंद पारिवारिक स्वादिष्ट लज्जेदार खाना। थाना रोड शिलोंग, इस राजस्थानी भोजनालय में आप सभी का स्वागत है।
Welcome back, viewers. Here are the remaining news. The High Court of Meghalaya has set aside the order of arrest issued by the Chief Judicial Magistrate against the two sons of CMJ University Chancellor CM Jha, Govind Jha and Gopal Jha, who are the trustee members of the university. Hearing a criminal petition, the Chief Justice Umarnath Singh, in his order on the 12th of August, said that there was blatant abuse of process of court on the part of the then Chief Judicial Magistrate B. Joshi in passing the orders dated 04/08/2014 and 08/09/2014. While the order dated 04/08/2014 reversed to non-bailable warrants issued against the sons of Jha with directions to handcuff them. The order dated 08/09/2014 relates to proclaiming them as absconders under Section 82 CRPC by the Court of Chief Judicial Magistrate.
Yang ini menteri Karnun belum mengelam juga Karnun juga imahim pada kue kunta kaba ngan ba kita kalau kamu advisor juga sengkur karsi kaba seyu menteri korbari apoka himamofla di hari ini ka kompetitif kan new trade August itu pelong ikan jalan banyak kan mal ia ka cinta yaka cinta kajing soil hima hasi states yaka duler ka instrument accession but ka annex agreement but ka sarkar India ti ka hari kan dia tarik August ngilabo ka jingalam ha dinapol ha kaba ngilako dan arti ki pang ka banyak ran ka way ka kapang benkong kalau ini keren kacing ini di luar pun buat kacing yadai buat kacing rangkam kacing koridor ka instrument accession buat jingnek jingsa ka longkol longjai jom kini ki kikul ki badan hari ka green neutral te ngilong ka jingelang ha kapang benkong kalau mai keren Amerika kikul buat mereka kini ka instrument accession kabar kapang kalong kacing busu ia ka diulun nong kabar kapang kalong kacing busu ia ka diulun nong municipality of Shillong ha ka para arho joka section dia khot semua di negara media di dalam banyak dalam bidang nong di jiksha khot semua di lembaga kami kapoi alphabetically kabun kapoi hadu lai hajar lai spa underpulai kini lai hajar lai spa underpulai kini dijak kasih penar ikut ke dan kiki tekor kumani kasih kakawar karlo itu kini ki bare paksang kasar kini kita tekor kira di Sariang, na jadi hills ya te kur adu kakandai, kur kira kakandai. Siapa lagi di beranda?
Chairman of the Grand Council of Chiefs of Meghalaya said that a meeting of the chiefs of the state will be held on the 17th of August 2015. John Karshieng stated that there are tasks ahead of them and hence have called for a united meeting. Time for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news, so stay tuned.
Why don't you listen to me? Your sickness is worrying me. It may harm your liver. Take this Live Safe every day. It will help your liver. To protect my family, I use Live Safe.
Welcome back, viewers. Here are the remaining news. To strengthen India and Japan ties in regard to tourism and promotion of cultural partnership, delegates from Japan Association of Travel Agents held a discussion on the 13th of August at Asian Confluence. Rudy Wadri chaired the discussion panel where they dilated on the issues pertaining to India's ever-growing bond with Japan. It may be reminded that India's ties with Japan pivoted on Act East policy, a more strategic version of Looked East policy. The former was framed under the guardianship of Narendra Modi. For this purpose, it involves significant amount of resources to develop the Northeast, and Japan plays an integral role as it is willing to help India in this initiative.
To what extent India has developed with Japan, and to what extent we need more to do something for Northeast, and why? Now, if you look at what has happened in the last few years, today we have something called, I mean, you mentioned about how the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, was invited as the chief guest at the Republic Day Parade in January 2014. And subsequently, the current Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, went to Japan also last year in August, September. And we have something called today a special strategic and global partnership with Japan. This is something really very special. So it's graduated from just global and strategic partnership and comprehensive economic partnership to a special strategic and global partnership. And out of this, one of the things that happens is India-Japan Investment Promotion Partnership. Japan will invest $35 billion investment in 5 years in India. That is a massive. I think this is the I think even the US has not indicated a figure of this kind.
The road near Anjali Cinema Hall, Maulonghat, is a busy road, the epicenter of business establishments. Above the hustle and bustle of a busy day lies a pathetic road condition where numerous potholes ensnare people. Adding to the shame is a bad road condition which is worsening day by day. Paras Malbotra, Ward Commissioner, Ward Number 1, said that the complaints have fallen on deaf ears and no action has been done on the part of the PW department, although they assured him that necessary action will be done.
कैंटोनमेंट की 18 फरवरी को ओथ लेने के बाद सबसे पहले मैं ये रोड का इश्यू लेके स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास गया था। स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के ये पीडब्ल्यूडी रोड्स शिलोंग सेंट्रल डिवीजन के एग्जीक्यूटिव इंजीनियर से मिलके उनको अपनी कंप्लेन दी थी। उन्होंने आश्वासन दिया था कि बिफोर रेनी सीजन वी विल रिपेयर ऑल द रोड्स एंड फुटपाथ, but till date there is no action. And thereafter, during the month of June, the concerned minister also informed about this pathetic condition of the roads.
उसके बाद भी कोई एक्शन
नहीं हुआ।
अच्छा, इसके बाद भी आपने रिमाइंडर दिया क्या?
रिमाइंडर नहीं दिया अभी तक, लेकिन मैसेज बराबर उनसे भेजा गया उनको कि ये रोड इतनी खराब है, बस्तियों की गाड़ियां आती है यहाँ पे, इस रोड की वजह से ट्रैफिक जाम लगा हुआ रहता है।
He also met the concerned minister and placed their grievances before him. Questions crop up as to what is the PWD department doing with regard to the abysmal road condition. When will the real work start? Time for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news, so stay tuned. This program is brought to you by Vivo Smartphone.
Vivo X5 Max.
शुद्ध शाकाहारी खाने का एकमात्र स्थान मोनामी भोजनालय। जी हाँ, यहाँ आपको मिलेगा आपका मनपसंद पारिवारिक स्वादिष्ट लज्जेदार खाना। थाना रोड शिलोंग। इस राजस्थानी भोजनालय में आप सभी का स्वागत है।
Welcome back, viewers. Here are the remaining news. Schools student army officers were present at the Army Mela as part of the Golden Jubilee celebration at the Headquarter 101 area. School students were all ears to the army officers who explained to them about the artillery and equipments used in warfare. Retired army soldiers and Veer Naris were felicitated on the occasion. The Shillong Manipuri Students Union SMSU Shillong has organized and observed the 124th Patriots Day at Manipur House, Redland, Laeum Krap, Shillong, the 14th of August. The theme, at the stroke of midnight, when the world sleeps, Manipur will awake with life and shine. The delegates were Dr. Salam D. Singh, District Youth Coordinator, Nehru Yuva Kendra, Sangathan, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Governor of India as chief guest. The state government convened a meeting the 14th of August with the pro-ILP pressure groups to dilate on the measures taken by the government on the influx issue. While speaking to media persons, Chief Minister Mukul Sangma said that the government has identified the entry and exit points of some places in Meghalaya in the first phase, and in the next phase, the identification will take place shortly.
Aware of the Prevention of Benami Transaction Act, which was passed and which has been in operation for a long time, but it has not shown its effectivity. That was one of the reasons why there was felt need for amendment of this law. And certain clauses which gives more teeth for this law, so that this law becomes capable of being enforced in a manner that it becomes a deterrent. Those were the provisions which were suggested, incorporated, and they were discussed. And further suggestions have emerged in course of today's discussion. That is one part. And one part is, of course, you are aware of the verification of tenants, proposed tenants bill. And this also was further discussed, and few more suggestions have emerged over the course of discussion, which require to be incorporated in order to ensure that there is a minimum inconvenience passed on to our own people while this provision of the law is proposed to be enacted. These are a few things which have been discussed. We have tasked this job to the political department, the law department and the police to work out the modality in a manner so that a law which is proposed is structured in a manner so that it is seen to be, a law which is not shown as a in other words, the law which we are proposing should not actually be subject to any kind of judicial scrutiny, and all of the other parameters have been discussed. So how it should be incorporated is the main issue. So responsibility has been given to these concerned departments, and they will work out those modalities, and then again we will have a discussion on the final result.
Nakalang ikalaiseng bat piniki bat sarkar nakalang jungi ngabu appointment sarkar naikundu utagasi namal nakalang jungi ikalaiseng yayap adu system sistem adian ba nakalang government kama pan pencaikan ba penpau sibun kijingi bakama pencaikan ya kani inline permit apa kan kisi kijingi nakalang jungi ngara nakalang comprehensive mechanism. Dia nak kaya government kalau welcome ya kaya comprehensive mechanism. Jadi kita ada sistem di tempat ini gini ke dakishen nak kaya sarkar. Oh, nilai osol lese nak kaya sarkar. Apa kita DC, kini survey lese banle yang kata kalan, acquired yang kata kalan. Nak bentar kini ke NC exit point. Nak kaya jungi nilai kendu kita DC baki survey. Yang store nak kaya rugi ladak. Nilai hagway day partman. Si kita compensation ni berkait di hadu kita nak yang sarkar ke tempat lagi. Dia nak kata nak yang jungi ini kuat nak yang sarkar kali speed up ia kali ka akuat ia kali kalan si bersih lo ia kata pisah lo compensation nak bentar kata NG exit point. Di habai di bukan ni nak yang sarkar si ka airport negeri hadu kumba shibna shiteng nak bentar kali ka phase 1 ban pendet nak bentar ban akuat ia kata ia kalan. Kemudian begini phase 1 mah sebenarnya shibna shiteng Di baik dei pat bagani ka phase 2 Nagaland ka sarkar ka aipor ki bagi ban pendat apo lai balai. Ke Nagaland jungi nyai ap ya kata ba baru ba kadian pendat katung gani ka por ba sarkar ka labu. Ke ba hadian kata si Nagaland jungi ngit kendu biak ba sarkar wale kumno. So jintip agbai di bakini. Ke gawai Naikan agbai di bagani ka benefit transaction and prohibition. Namar ba Nagaland jungi hi Naikan ba government ba agbai di bagani ka benefit transaction and prohibition act 1980 the Nagaland ka government bagani ban atno sita detection namar ba ngi yang ni ho kladan ka tu gani ki amendments bagi lale Nagaland ka committee jang ba rawal beri pai bagani ka benefit transaction tene Nagaland jungi hi ngi kwa bana di gani ka detection namar ba ni how to si ho kladan ki penalty ka tu gani ki ba kham pen parking dia tene kia ngi ba agbai di bagani si Bamdan gani detection di ba kawai ru kalong ba kani ka kani nu bi bari ban ban gani gani agency lani ki Nagaland gini gani authority bari ban pek gani bagi dia ban detect hil lagi nomor ba ni yang tu la si kang ba kilo ki complaints ke ban by written complaints dia nomor ba ni hadu unta hi gani ka bai gani ka benefit transaction provision akadon ni mundan wei ban complaints abai dei bani dei ngitip kidan bon ba gini ki bale benemi agni step jungi ki bathit jaka ki bale ki mining ki bale ekini ki ba bu ki dukan bagi kam contract bagi bon ba tena takada ngim i adu unta bondan wei uban sha chima action abai dei bagani ki benemi tena takada ngim ba bu ini detection ba kata ka complaints su bana kalian gani ka authority bere pek gani kadiban shim action kasi tanda ka verbal complaints aba ki iba kadon gano ko balong ki kini ta ki bacai besar selesai ke ba long dau te na ta kada wi ko akan bu ini detection te kawai pat arbai dei pat kini ka residential bill within residential bill te Nagaland ni ngila ong ya government ba kadiban exam ye kini ki local indigenous kita kamu ki khasi jantia bat garo ki bari shisha kita ki try ki try muluk bakta ki reulum jongane ka ri gajung even exam no igni na kane ka bill namar ba isuthu ba kane ka ba bari ishna igni comprehensive mechanism se golong ban banyada ini ki try muluk ki try jaka ba kon regulate ya kata jingu jingi kita ki break ba kena ta kadau bakani ka bill hi kani ka comprehensive mechanism hi kamdei bante bankum yangi ki try mu ki try jaka ki na ta kadau yangi ni bagre ban exam no yakini ki avile ban residential bill ki ban exam no yangi ki try mu try jaka tai si jantia ba garo ki dikni ki ba na ekran bakka sarkar agbe bakne ka meeting ke ba
That's all we have today's edition of UNN News. Thank you for watching UNN News.